It was a scorching hot April day in Indio, California. My ears were buzzing, my entire body drenched in sweat, and each breath brought a gust of dusty air down my throat. It felt like I was slowly dying an Icarus type death, but I didn't care. I was having the time of my life. Now, rewinding 4 days prior, I had no idea what adventure I was in for. It felt like any normal week in high school. Get to class by 8, lunch at 12, go home and procrastinate till 4, then start working on my daily assignments till bedtime. However, on that particular Thursday, my procrastination led me right to StubHub. Now, I know what you're asking. Who the hell spends time procrastinating on StubHub? Well, I do. Anyways, it's incredibly therapeutic for me to look out for new bands coming to town and witness the rise and fall of ticket prices leading up to their events, kind of like stocks. In the midst of my search, I saw it. Coachella ticket prices had dropped down to just $300 a day before the event. With no plans to go, no place to stay, no ride set up, I said screw it, I'll figure it out, and bought the tickets on the spot. I spent the next 48 hours frantically trying to find a ride and a place to stay, but most importantly, I needed to convince my parents to let me go. Luckily, I was able to convince my friend to let us all crash at his house in Palm Springs if I drove us up, and I profusely promised my parents that I'll make up all the classwork I missed and that I'll stay away from pot. It was all set. After a 4-hour drive down to Palm Springs, we were able to catch the last few acts from afar on Friday. Saturday flew by in a fun-filled flash as well, but we hadn't been able to get as close to the stage as we would have hoped for. Then there was Sunday. Having learned from our failures the previous day, we decided to spend the duration of our time trying to get to the front row for one of our favorite bands, Muramasa. Around 1 o'clock, my pals and I rolled up to the Gobi tent where the band was going to be playing in a couple hours. We waited, and pushed, and waited, and pushed, through 3 sets until we made it to the front row just before they hit the stage. Being able to feel the metal bar in front of me, breathe in the fresh air from the stage, and hear the speakers start blasting their tunes felt like some sort of insane adrenaline rush combined with a natural high. Little did I know, Muramasa had a slur of special guests ready to perform with them. First they brought out A$AP Rocky to rap his verse on Lovesick, followed by Now singing Firefly, and after 30 minutes of dancing, and just when I thought their set was wrapped up, they announced that they have a new song and yet another special guest for us, an Outcomes designer singing It Goes All Around the World. Halfway through the song, he hops right in front of me and daps me up. Mid-dap, designer and his crew made it rain thousands of dollars, leading to a stampede of people scouring to grab as much cash as possible. As I try to push my way out of this horde of people, I get pushed right to the ground and my vision gets increasingly blurry from my forehead, sweat dripping down to my eyes, and I don't know how long it took to get up from the ground, but once I did, I immediately knew I'd lost my friends, and it was nearly impossible to find them in the ocean of concertgoers with spotty reception. I decided to cut my losses and started making my way towards another tent, but just then I felt someone tap me from behind, and I see a tall guy wearing a black jacket with security written across it. What the hell did I do this time? I think to myself as I have a brief moment of panic, but he explains to me the band saw me enjoying myself, and they saw the tumble I took on my way out and wanted to invite me backstage. I followed him through the side of the stage I had just escaped from and into the trailer marked Muramasa. And upon entering, it's obvious that the real party isn't on the festival grounds. It's in the trailer. They offer me a drink and ask how I'm feeling, and well, pure adrenaline combined with starstruckness formed a new version of myself, and I started absolutely hitting it off with everyone in the trailer. One thing led to another, and the drummer was teaching me the basics of the instrument when I felt a buzzing on my phone, grabbed it from my pocket, and saw my friends were calling me. I didn't want to leave my new crew, and I was sure they wouldn't let my friends in an already packed trailer, so I just swiped off my phone. Seeing my attention drifting elsewhere, the drummer asked if I wanted to see something special, like really special. Reaching in his pocket, he pulls out a gold-plated key, ties a string around it, and puts it around my neck. This is the key to Coachella, he says. This will unlock the power of music within when you wear it. And then I kind of started chuckling, and I called bullshit. But I looked down at the key, and it began to get red hot. Scorching my neck, I yelped in pain and looked up to an empty trailer, and that's when everything turned white. I woke up and I started looking around. This doesn't seem like the party I was just at. Where's the trailer? Where's the drum kit? Where's the key? And where the heck are the artists I was just playing with? When I sit up on my cot, I see other festival goers that look severely dehydrated and burnt sleeping around the cots. I come to the conclusion that I'm inside of a medical tent, and as I start to get up, the nearest doctor tells me to sit back down, and she's glad I'm okay. Still confused about what even happened over the past 8 hours, I lay my head back down on my pillow, and I'm about to start dozing off again when I see 4 hooligans looking like they just had the time of their lives. But of course they drop their expressions once they see my burnt chap self on the cot. And we spent the last couple hours of Coachella telling stories about our day, choosing our favorite acts of the weekend, and appreciating the time we spent together. It was quite a weekend.